I'm Cortisa, a wife and homeschooling mom of 5. I want to change lives one room at a time by building confidence, creating joy, and revitalizing hospitality. With 7 simple steps, I'll teach you how to make your space everything you've always dreamed it could be. Hey y'all, welcome to Make Your Space. I'm Cortisa, and on this episode, we're going to continue with our 7 simple steps. Step 3 and 4. But before we start, I want to share something with you about the 7 simple steps. They truly are a blueprint to beautiful design that you and your family will love for a very long time. These steps have been tried and tested by me over the years in many different rooms with several different styles. And they've never failed me. The 7 simple steps function as a blueprint for someone like me who has absolutely zero design skill or training. They've helped me to create spaces that my family loves and that other people admire. And they can do the same for you. The 7 simple steps are a blueprint that show you where you want to go and the steps that you need to get there. Because how will you ever know if you've arrived if you have no idea where you're going? So in using the 7 simple steps as your blueprint, remember it will give you the tools you need to determine what you need and want when making your space. Now let's move on to step 3, determining how you want your space to feel.
Hey babe, you know where my cell phone is?
Babe, I'm a little busy right now. Step 3 is determining how you want your space to feel, but step 4 is choosing your color palette. We decided to do both of those in the same episode because they're so closely tied together. They're really like twin sisters. You need step 4 to help you achieve step 3. So because they work so closely together, we thought it would be perfect to put those in the same episode.
Hey babe, do you know where my cell phone is?
Let's see here. It is right there.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're
welcome. Hey, what are you doing here?
I am sharing with them steps 3 and 4 of our 7 simple steps.
Oh, I love those. Can I stay?
Absolutely, but first you have to tell me what's up with the stash.
Oh, you mean my mustachio?
Yes.
Well, it is November, which is also Movember. So I am wearing this fantastic mustache to raise awareness for men's health. So if you're a man out there, or if you know any men, neighbors, sons, villains, make sure that you share with them the importance of regular checkups and testing. Because when you get older, you do not want to be blindsided by your health.
Okay, I agree. I think that's fabulous. But you have to promise that on November 30th at midnight, you're going to shave that off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. As I was saying, step 3 and 4 are like twin sisters, which is why we chose to put them in the same episode together. Let's start with step 3, determining how you want your space to feel. We're going to be using our living room area to illustrate how we used actually both steps to create this space. Wait a minute. Baby, do you hear that? Listen, it's the beautiful sound of silence.
Oh, yes, it is.
This is how it sounds in the morning before my children wake up.
And this is how it sounds after they wake up.
Mom, Zoe's on the phone. She said she needs new point shoes, and I still need your help with math.
As you can see, with 5 kiddos and a husband to take care of, my days are full and often very crazy. So in thinking about this lower level where I spend the majority of my time during the day, I wanted the space to feel tranquil, peaceful, and calm. I thought about, when do I feel that way the most? It's obviously when I'm at the spa.
Spa?
Oh no, I didn't. Did I say spa? I meant to say outdoors.
Outdoors, yeah.
Yes, our
Yeah,
family
yeah.
loves the outdoors, and I love nothing more than to be outside on a beautiful sunny day, looking up at the blue sky, the green trees and grass in the distance. It's so calming, and it makes me feel really at peace and just a lot of tranquility. So I wanted to bring that feeling into our lower level in the home. So that was my inspiration. I decided to use blues, greens, and yellows in this space as our color palette to help me achieve that feel.
Sometimes when you're trying to translate the feeling that you have for a space into a color palette, that can be kind of ambiguous. So here's a couple tips that we've used to help get from A to B. So first, think about that feeling that you want for the space. Then you want to add some phrases or terms that relate to that feeling. Next, take a look at your life and add things, your favorite things, to those phrases and also to those words. That will help give you inspiration. Visualize those things. Maybe it's a place you've been or a place you'd love to go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a favorite hobby, something like that. If you visualize those things, that will help give you inspiration to get that color palette.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Now, moving on to choosing your color palette. Color is something that evokes different emotion and energy, but it's not just the colors that you use in a space, but it's also how you use those colors that will determine how the room feels. What we're going to do is show you 4 different rooms in our home and how we used color differently in each of those spaces to achieve a very different feel.
Yeah, let's go do it.
We're going to start first here in our living room. We're here in our living room, and as you can see, the backdrop of this space is very neutral. We have a warm neutral gray on the walls. The sofas are white. Our chairs are a neutral color as well.
A very manly gray herringbone chair with wood trim.
Even in looking at the rug is mostly blue, but you can see a lot of cream and taupe in the rug too. When looking around the room, you'll notice that we brought the outside in by using muted tones of blues, greens, and yellows, like we talked about earlier, to unify the space and enhance it, but still maintaining that beautiful sense of tranquility and calm that we were looking for. Here we are in room number 2. This space belongs to our 2 teenage daughters, Zoe and Brinley. As you can see, even though the walls are neutral, this space looks and feels completely different than our living room space. Down there, we inherited our amazing gray walls, which that actually is the name of the color, amazing gray, and it worked perfectly for what we were trying to achieve down there, but not so perfectly for every single room in our home, including the closets. In this space, the girls wanted to have a very mature and sophisticated feel with some glam and, of course, a nice feminine touch because they're both very girly. To help us achieve that, we went out and we started looking for what would be the star of this space. Now, downstairs, we used inspiration to help us create our color palette. In this situation, I'm suggesting using 1 or 2 items that will really be the star focus of the room. We'll talk a little bit more about that in step 5. But here I just want to tell you that every room should have at least 1 or 2 pieces that really highlight the feel of the space. Then you can use those pieces to choose your color palette. Now, if you have too many stars in the room, then of course, they start fighting and bickering and, it just gets ugly. But if you have 1 or 2 stars and then everything else in the room comes in sort of acting like a supporting cast to make those stars really shine, then you have something beautiful. So when making your space, think about choosing those 1 or 2 items that you can use to really pull your color palette. As you can see, the star in this space is this beautiful duvet cover. It has a strong black color in it, which is the primary color with these beautiful blush flowers. When I found this in the catalog, they used gold accents. And I thought to myself, why mess with perfection? It looked perfect there, it'll be perfect here. So our color palette became black, blush, and with gold accents. When it was time to pick a wall color, I was dying to try one of the magnolia colors. So I went online, I looked up their creams, and as I was reading the description of this one color called Antique Rose, literally in the description it said an ivory shade with kisses, or hints I believe it said, of yellow and pink. I thought, this is divine intervention. I was like, oh, this could not be more perfect. Yellow, pink, gold, blush, just pure logic, people. No design skill necessary, just pure logic. I knew it would work beautifully, and as you can see, it made this star shine. It is a beautiful neutral backdrop to the space. It makes the room look bigger, and it gives the girls some flexibility too. So if they decide one day that they want to try a different duvet cover, they can do that without us completely changing the wall color and all of the different accents. So when making your space and choosing your color palette, which is step 4, think about picking 1 or 2 stars in your space that will really make your space shine, and then picking your color palette from that.
Welcome to your vacation getaway. Do you like my mustache?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know that guy. We are in our guest bedroom right now, and you can see right away that the feel of this room is completely different from the last space that we were in. So we wanted this to be a place that had a vacation-y feel, that was vibrant, but also still a place that people would want to be able to rest and relax in. So we went with a bold color choice on the wall to really stand out, give us that vacation-y feel. But then we were able to then use pictures like this one on the wall here with the blues and the calmness to make it a place that they would like to hang out. So we really enjoy this room because of the vibrance of it and the different feel that it has.
So don't be afraid to step out and use a bold color choice on your walls if you're looking for a warm and vibrant feel in your space. Now, if you're not feeling confident about your color choices, do what I do. I call a designer and I sit down and do a color consultation. It's a little bit of extra money in the beginning, but it will save you a lot of money and a lot of time later by making wrong color choices and having to repaint or live with a color that you absolutely dread. So trust me when I tell you, a good designer is worth their weight in gold, and spending a little bit of extra time and money now will save you a lot later. And we love how this color choice turned out. And what I do is I bring in all of the pieces that I'm going to be using in the space so that I can show the designer exactly what will be in the space, and they can make the right choice for what it is we're trying to achieve in our space.
Honestly, folks, sometimes I come and I hide out here away from everyone else and just relax a little bit, stare out the window.
I know, me too. It feels so calm and vacation-y and just yummy. I love it.
Yeah, yummy.
And last but not least, our master bedroom, which I think we can all agree looks just and feels just a little bit unfinished. Actually, no, a lot of bit unfinished. But you know, we have some pieces in this space, as you can see, that are key pieces that we'll use eventually when we get ready to transform this into our master sanctuary, because you know, it ain't nobody's sanctuary right now, that's for sure. But that's okay, because home decorating is a journey and it's one room at a time. And that's all good. That's okay. But we're super excited because now you guys are here to take that journey with us. And you got to stay tuned because this is going to be good. I promise. Here we are back where we started in our living room. We've achieved the feel that we were looking for of a tranquil, peaceful, calm space. And now this space is well loved and enjoyed often. We like to entertain here. I love to spend quiet time here in the mornings. The boys love building forts and playing in this space. We even enjoy taking naps down here. And isn't that what we all desire for our homes? To be places that we enjoy and love spending time in with the people that we love? So in using the 7 simple steps to make your space, remember to start with step 1, deciding how the space needs to function optimally for you and your family. Step 2 is assessing the resources that you already have and determining if there's any limitations that the space presents. Step 3, as we talked about today, deciding how you want the room to feel. Because if the room evokes the emotion that you're desiring, you'll want to be in that space, enjoying it and spending time there. But you need step 4. You need to choose your color palette, because the colors you choose and how you choose to use them in the room will help you to achieve the feel that you're looking for. So that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for being here, and until we see you on the next episode, enjoy making your space.